I don't think I have ever been so concerned at the reveal of a Call of Duty game. Maybe since Infinite Warfare, but I kind of knew when I first saw Infinite Warfare that it was going to be bad. However, this game, Black Ops 7, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like we're going into something that's going to be completely terrible, but clearly a lot of people do, because right now the trailer is sitting at about 14 million views. And 32,000 dislikes and around 127,000 dislikes and 32,000 likes. I don't know if I said that properly. But that's bad. That's really bad. Now the dislike number is going to be off. It's probably actually inflated quite a bit. It's probably actually around 100,000. Just that's the way like the dislike monitor works. If you have it swung high in one way or the other, that's what it's going to show. But our boy T-Dog made a video called "I Am Concerned About Black Ops 7," and I feel like we need to hear what he has to say.
Some serious concerns. Let's talk about it. Well,
right,
guys, like the intro says, Black Ops 7 has just been revealed. It feels like we have been waiting forever for this moment. I feel like they got announced like in July or June that this
and then there was
Gamescom event was going to be coming up on August 19th. It's finally here. It's a couple hours after, and all the news is kind of piled in. All the people that got to play the game early have tweeted out their information. Charlie Intel has done their thing. We saw the little presentation by Call of Duty. And so now I wanted to soak in all that information and give you my honest thoughts and feedback on what we saw today. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned. As a longtime Call of Duty fan,
I want to be clear, but before T-Dog says anything, I didn't talk to him about this. I talked to some other people about this. I think the way that they did the reveal yesterday was dumb. I think having the trailer come out and people see that, and then having the direct come out immediately after. The trailer has like 14 million views. The direct doesn't even have 1 million views. So people didn't actually get to see the information that was coming from it. There needed to be a direct, like a maybe 30-minute long Xbox direct that was just about Black Ops 7 for people to understand what is going on with this. There needed to be someone go up on stage or not, like maybe in an interview and explain all of these things like they did in the direct, and we never got that. And today is the COD pod, but again, it's not going to give as many views as that trailer. And if I just go back to that trailer real quick, let's go to the comments and see what the comments say. We have the number one comment right now from a COD player. "Thank you for making it easy to choose Battlefield 6. This has actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6 with 45,000 likes. Apparently that is more than the actual video has." Like, that's concerning.
The reception that I got today on stream was pretty much 50-50.
That's kind of what I'm seeing
might be being a little kind with that in terms of like people that were excited for the game and then people that were spamming LLL. I know one of the top comments in the Call of Duty trailer is like, "This trailer made me want to buy Battlefield 6.
Thank you for the tier 1, dude.
Oh no. So let's dive into a couple things that this game is bringing. But also, I just want to do a quick reminder. This, to me, as a classic COD guy, is really reminding me of the Infinite Warfare release. I know I said it last video. Infinite Warfare was disliked to high heaven.
So the thing with Infinite Warfare is it actually wasn't that horrible of a game. Apparently, I need to replay it, but apparently the campaign was actually decent. I don't remember it being good, but I need to replay it. And then the multiplayer was essentially the same as the Black Ops 3 multiplayer, which was one of my favorite multiplayers. It was just overdone at this point. Now, this one, I feel like they're doing some different things. Like we have wall jumps and things like that. But yes, incredibly reminiscent of Infinite Warfare.
When that game came out, and Battlefield 1 was just cruising.
True,
and
yeah.
again, they had to do a little COD 4 remastered because I think they were going to lose that year. And you probably saw the thumbnail. The dislike bar right now is approaching the same idea. There's like 16,000 likes.
Doesn't Infinite Warfare have like 4 million
on the
dislikes?
video, on the trailer as of right now? So that is not good, ladies and gentlemen. That is not good at all. But I want to talk about first. I want to talk about the positives of what I see, because again, I'm trying to be a glass half full kind of guy from a Call of Duty perspective.
He's trying to be a neat
Reminder,
guy.
I love this franchise. So take my word as a grain of salt if you want, but I think I am going to be pretty unbiased on this because I think Call of Duty needs to be very careful right now. They need to be very careful or they might lose their crown as the top FPS. So let's go over a couple things. You've probably seen this already. We got a bunch of new maps. We got, obviously, the classic maps are coming back. Raid, Hijack, Standoff, I think is the 3 that they're bringing in. A bunch of new weapons. Obviously, weapons that are coming back. The PDW, the M8. I think there was other ones. The Peacekeeper. It's a lot of nostalgia throwing in there, but they also were very aware of this, and they said, we want to do new stuff. And I think that's the biggest thing going positive for this game right now is there's 16 6v6 maps. And I know 3 of them are remakes, but when's the last time we've gotten 16 6v6 maps at launch? It has been a long...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Black Ops 6 was 16 maps at launch, but like 4 of them or maybe more were 2v2 maps.
A long time. It's either they try to keep like gunfight in there or they try to do like strike maps, and it's just like, no, 6v6 maps, please. So I think that's very important. Now, I want to talk about campaign first because I was really nervous about the campaign being absolutely a botched job.
It's not.
But from what I've seen, it seems like it's going to be an enjoyable experience. Okay, so we obviously have Mason.
So this is the way that it's going to work. I'm telling you right now, I haven't played it. I haven't talked to anyone about it. As I said before, I'm trying to get an interview with someone based off the narrative. But from what I understand, basically first mission, you go into Avalon, you get trapped, they give you the gas, you start hallucinating. Every time you hallucinate, so like the Angola, Los Angeles, various different areas from the past, those are going to be the linear missions. When you come out of one of those missions, you go into kind of like an open world mission in Avalon, which leads you to your next trip out session, which is the linear mission. At the very end of the game, you get into the end game, which is like this 32 player open world Avalon PvE situation. So that's what I understand by it. Anyway, let's
Harper,
see Doug cook.
We have Menendez seem to be controlling some mine things. And we kind of knew this, but I feel like now we know that the campaign missions are linear. They advertised this today as linear, which means you go from point A to point B, how Call of Duty campaigns have always been. And there's no, from what I've seen, open combat missions like MW3 and Black Ops 6 had,
we'll see.
Which is amazing. I'm still one of those guys that enjoys the campaign every single year. And I actually am really excited. This is going to be a co-op campaign. Again, Treyarch's the only one that does this. They did it in BO3 and they did it in
I wonder if T-Dog's going to want to play the campaign with me.
World at War, allowing you to play a 4-person campaign. I think that that's going to be really fun. And it's going to be linear. And it's going to be back to the basics. And hopefully it ties in with BO2 properly. We get this great sequel. So I'm optimistic about the campaign. Okay, I'm optimistic. Now, there is one thing that they added, and I want to make sure I get this correctly while I'm filming this. The end game, once you're done the campaign, okay, something called the end game unlocks, and that is,
by the way, they're advertising as its own mode.
A 1v32 player PvE experience in Avalon, and it's a replayable mission that you can experience after the campaign. So think about like World at War with when you beat the campaign, you got zombies. So when you beat the campaign, you're going to get access to this, and you're going to do some extraction thing. That's where you see the.
By the way, I don't know if it's extraction. They have not confirmed that it's extraction. Like they have not confirmed that whatsoever.
Suits coming in where they're flying in, and if you die, you lose all your gear and you got to restart. Now I have no idea what that means. I don't even know if I'll even play it. I'll probably try it one time. So I'm just not a fan of PvE experience. I'm just not. So the positive is,
see, to me, this is so interestingly enough, this is the thing I'm the most excited about for this game is PvE. If it seems a lot like Destiny, exactly. And if they introduce like new raids and stuff with every single season, new story, I am in for it. Now, will they? I don't know. And on top of all of that, I don't exactly know how this, like, he said it's supposed to be an extraction shooter. Is it?
We're getting a brand new campaign with new missions, new areas, no open world, linear. And I think if you're a campaign person and you still play it, this should be at least, you should be optimistic about this.
I agree with them. I agree with them.
And again, reminder, comment down below your opinions on this.
We're
If you
gonna
think
read the
this game
comments.
looks like trash, let me know, because we're going to talk about that at the end of it. We're gonna go over the negatives here at the end. Don't worry, we're going to cover them because I have a ton of concerns. So let's quickly go into the multiplayer. And multiplayer, like I said, 16 6v6 maps, which is huge. By the way, Raid looks fantastic.
It does.
They actually redid it in a way where, you know, I think it was set in Japan, they said. And the color scheme, they really did showcase
the Alaska
the color
map,
scheme of these maps, and it does look just like Cold War. Very colorful, very vibrant. Again, very positive. I think this is a positive thing. Alaska is the map that I want to play.
Yes.
With the Borealis
Thank you, T-Dog.
style looking map. Incredible looking. So let's go over a quick few things of what's going on in the game that I think is positive, and then we'll kind of go over what I see as being a little bit of an issue. Number one, there's no doors. So MW19 introduced those. They are officially gone. Doors are gone.
I just saw a tweet today that apparently Modern Warfare 4 currently has doors in it. So we're going to go from no doors to doors again.
Amen. They're gone. Now, I think there's still supposed to be a couple automatic ones, kind of like Frequency in Black Ops 4. But none of them where you can open and close them, hide behind them. No tac sprint. Okay, this is a very big positive. It is a perk,
though. But
no
it is
tac
a big
sprint.
positive.
If you want to have tac sprint, you're going to have to take away a perk and use it. Again, another mechanic that MW19 brought in. Now, Omni movement wise, they said that there's going to be some sort of next level Omni movement. And obviously that is going to be the wall bouncing and like the super jump kind of thing. I think the super jump is only campaign actually. So let me strike that, reverse it. It's just going to be wall bouncing. And the studio head also said that they're toning down the way you move a little bit. So we're toning down the sprint, the tac sprint, turning it off.
That wingsuit looks pretty wild. I think the
Omni movement's not going to be as crazy. And really, they're just adding the wall bouncing.
You know what's kind of hilarious, though? I get like bringing back the wingsuit from like Blackout, but the most recent game to have a wingsuit is Battlefield 2042. Everyone hated Battlefield 2042 when it came out. So to be like, that's what we need. It's kind of hilarious.
To me, I feel like that was part of the problem with Black Ops 6. It was so scramble brained. The maps were so small. The game was so fast paced that it didn't give you a chance to breathe. So if this game has bigger maps with a little bit of a toned down Omni movement, I'm kind of for that. I think that's probably the move they should have made in BO6, but they didn't. So another thing that I think about too is, from what I saw from a couple of these multiplayer quick cutscenes, to me it looks like Black Ops 3. And I know I was getting roasted for this a little bit. A lot of people were defending me on the live stream, but to me it looks like Black Ops 3. The HUD is like a mixture of BO2.
It's like, to me, it looks like BO2 mixed with BO3 mixed with Infinite Warfare.
And Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was one of my favorite multiplayer of all time. It was one of my favorite multiplayer games. It was very, dude, it was so balanced. It was so fun. There was so.
It had good systems to keep you engaged and keep you playing too. And we know that this game is going to have prestiges, weapon prestiges, which do unlock attachments as you prestige weapons, which I think is dope. And then weekly challenges. I think those three combined might do it for me.
So many weapons to use, and they really need to make sure that that is part of the story here. Now, specialist bonus is returning. There's some other things like loopable streaks, which is a perk. I think that's very interesting. Pretty much
loopable streaks should just be base.
They made a lot of those things that we kind of liked and maybe didn't like a perk. So like if you're a guy that likes tac sprinting, you're going to have to use a perk. If you want to like loopable streaks, you're going to have to use a perk. I'm okay with that. And
correct me if I'm wrong, they have not explained what the perk system is yet.
Another thing that they added with multiplayer, Delta Force has been doing this. I don't know if anybody plays Delta Force. I have not quite yet, but I've seen a system that they did, which I think is fantastic. When you get a gun build, for example, let me say I make the Peacekeeper and I got this awesome build and I think it's easily like, guys, you got to see this. It's meta, blah, 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 blah. Instead of me having to explain it and give you the attachments little by little, each gun is going to have like this unique code that you can go like, hey, Bob, type in.
Check this out. Check this screen out right here. So he's literally like writing in like a PowerPoint explaining this. But on this screen over here, right underneath me, we have the Krig 6, which is of course the Krig. And then you have weapon prestige. Enter weapon prestige 1. For it, you get a camo. You get some sort of permanent unlock, which I'm assuming is for an attachment, as well as an attachment, which appears to be some sort of different ammunition, which will change the way that the weapon plays. Each weapon, I believe, has 3 prestiges. So prestige 1, prestige 2, and then prestige 3 is 250 levels.
A2468, and then the gun is built right away for them. I think these are very positive changes. I think they're great changes. Black Ops 6, like I just said, over time became an awful Call of Duty to me. And I almost forgot. Speaking of why I thought Black Ops 6 was an awful Call of Duty was the way they managed content. And they've already come out and said in this little season of time here that Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7 is going to have the weekly challenges, the weekly blueprints, the weekly things to unlock, just like Modern Warfare 3 did. And reminder, Modern Warfare 3 was one of the best post-launch games we've ever gotten. If you didn't play it, you probably missed some good stuff. And
so they're going to have essentially the system of Modern Warfare 3 with a better prestige system, because the prestige system wasn't good in Modern Warfare 3. That's a good combination.
Again, these are now live service games.
Yeah, there will be level prestiges.
You got to treat them
confirmed.
like that. You got to give these people content. That's why if you want to copy Fortnite so bad, you better be mimicking the amount of content they give you. So that, to me, I think the multiplayer I actually think it looks fun. Now, again, it's going to be a paid chill thing. I'm just a Call of Duty fan at heart. And that is what it is. But let's go cover zombies real quick, and then we'll get to my negative section here at the...
Zombies has to be the most positive section out of all of it. It has to be. Although, I think Mr. Raffle Waffles might have a video we need to watch.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Zombies, to me, I'm definitely going to give this a try. I hope that they bring back classic zombies. They really didn't mention much on zombies from what I see. Just the fact that it looks like it's going to be a transit style map. It could be a transit remaster. I'm actually going to type in zombies as we speak and just make sure I'm getting all the news, because I'm not a big zombies guy, but I definitely want to try it. Yeah. Okay. So it's the largest map ever with a wonder vehicle that you can actually drive. And it's going to be the original crew and the BO6 crew. If you're zombie people, good for you. Awesome. I'm sure you're happy. My goal is to play more zombies content this year. And I forgot one more thing. Okay. I got one more thing. Actually, they tie into all 3 instances here. There is going to be a camo grind for every single mode in the game. Campaign, multiplayer.
I'm so curious how that's okay. Okay. Let me just say this. Let me take the stage from T-Dog for a second. Okay. I hope in endgame, instead of just being like, get 2,000 headshots in endgame or in the campaign with said weapon. No, I want there to be like a raid boss or something like that. Some sort of mission that is difficult to complete. And to get the final camo for said weapon, you need to beat that challenge with said weapon. That is such a better system. Imagine if instead of getting 2,000 headshots with each weapon, you had to beat an Easter egg in zombies with each weapon. Would that not be more fun? Am I crazy? Like, you could still have the grind for the other camos, but one of the camos to get gold or platinum or whatever, that's too hard, you think? You guys are just wimps then.
Zombies, Warzone. I believe there is
would be repetitive. That is true.
Two or four master.
Well, technically, if you think about it, you could do 2 weapons at a time, right? It'd be way quicker than 2,000 headshots.
3 camos for each game mode. And I think that's an awesome move. If this game wasn't so negatively received, I think people would be jumping for joy that we're getting camo grinds like that. I mean, some people's content in Call of Duty is normally just camo grinding. So
like Lego Unlocked.
With all that said,
he's probably jumping for joy because his content will pop with that. I am pleasantly
surprised at how well they kind of, I don't know how they did these. They made them both at the same time. They literally revealed that today, that they made BO6 while making BO7 and just cut the stuff that people didn't like about BO6 and made it into BO7, which also gives you the ammunition, if you're a hater of Call of Duty, that this does feel like another one of those DLC instances where it's an MW2.
This, I think, is going to be the last time where they do like a Black Ops and back-to-back years.
An MW3. So I guess I get it. I definitely get it. But let's talk about why none of this matters if they don't have a few things fixed in this game. It's the age-old question, guys. It really is.
The chicken or the egg?
How sweaty will this game be?
Oh,
let's start off with that one. I don't want to lose you. Bear with me. There's other examples I have after this one. How sweaty will this game be? Now, like I said,
they need to say something about skill-based matchmaking. If they, the Tactical Brit was tweeting out yesterday and said, dude, it doesn't matter to me how good Black Ops 7 is. If there's skill-based matchmaking in it, I'm playing Battlefield because I want to have fun when I play. And I don't disagree with what he's saying. And I tweeted back at him and I said, if they came out and said we're toning back skill-based matchmaking, would you change your mind? Would you go play Black Ops 7? And he said 100% yes. And that's coming from a guy whose channel is blowing up off of Battlefield 6. He's saying that. Like, what are we doing?
The mechanics seem to be slowed down a little bit, but there is wall bouncing. And I can tell you from this perspective, the amount of chats that said people were going to be playing Battlefield 6, not only in my comments, not only in Swag's comments, not only in J-God's comments, not only in Call of Duty's comments, there's a lot. And I'm nervous that the casual player this year is just going to ignore Call of Duty completely. Maybe. They're going to go, you know what? I'm not wasting any money on it. Maybe I'll try it on Game Pass and I'll just go play Battlefield. I'll spend my $70 on Battlefield because Battlefield's already come out and said, we're going to keep cosmetics true to the game. The game is it's slower paced. It's a lot more military COD 4 style. Everybody has a role. So like if you suck at the game, you suck at shooting, you can go, you know what? I'm going to be a medic. I'm going to be a medic this game and be completely fine. I'm still going to help out the team. I'm still going to get score. And I think that's going to really, really resonate with the casual audience. And I just see Battlefield learning from all their mistakes. They learned from everything they did wrong about Battlefield 2042. And they went, okay, we're going to flip it on its head. We're going to listen to the community and we're going to do our thing.
Yeah,
so that's my first thing I'm nervous about. Is skill-based matchmaking going to be super strict, or are they going?
Also, I'm just going to say it. This is like totally outside of Call of Duty. The smartest thing that they did with the beta for Battlefield 6 is the fact that they didn't make it a vehicle fest. Like after Battlefield 6 ended and I went and played 2042 Iwo Jima and it was just vehicles everywhere. I'm like, it was the smartest thing ever that they did, because all these Call of Duty players went over and played it and they're like, oh, well, this isn't what I remember Battlefield being. I remember Battlefield being you run a whole bunch and get in vehicles and die to vehicles. Well, look at this. I'm almost never dying to vehicles. And in fact, vehicles are pretty easy to kill, which apparently they're changing for launch, but still, it's super smart.
Gonna try to maybe match the intensity of Battlefield. Battlefield was one of the nicest games to go and play because you could just prop your feet up, chill,
yes,
and you could still go 16-7 and just have fun, try different guns. When's the last time you can try different guns in Call of Duty? You got to be playing the Jackal PDW in Black Ops 6 or you're going to get smacked. So how are you going to adjust the matchmaking? Are you going to adjust the matchmaking? Because I can tell you right now from my experience, if this is going to be super, super strict matchmaking, and there's wall bouncing and there's wall hopping and there's omni movement and there's this and there's that, brother, your boy ain't gonna make it. your boy ain't going to make it the whole year again. It's going to be a fall off just like it was in Black Ops 6 for me.
And I think I'm going to be doing exactly what T-Dog does if that's the case, where I'm just going to be going and playing older Call of Duties, doing story for older Call of Duties, doing story for other games. Like, if you're not going to keep me engaged, I'm going to make videos on other things. Plain and simple.
Where I started to realize, okay, this is a little bit too sweaty for me. I'm getting older in age. I still love Call of Duty. That's why I cover Call of Duty.
I don't want to throw out a hit playing Call of Duty.
Play older games, but they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna have to loosen it. I think they're gonna lose players. I really do. And the elephant in the room is carry forward. Okay, this is a word that we have been introduced to in what, MW2? I guess it was first introduced into Vanguard because we didn't get to carry forward all of our stuff that we bought in those previous Call of Duties to MW2. MW2 introduced the carry forward with MW3 and Black Ops 6. And as of now, they are bringing back carry forward. And I know some of you guys immediately just went to the...
Dude, if you think I hate carry forward. I think sure do XP, sure do gobble gums. That doesn't make a big deal. But when you have skins, weapon skins, and the game's looking ridiculous, the second season 1 comes along. What are we doing? And the amount of people, when I tweeted saying, I think I just responded to Call of Duty and I said, get rid of that second check mark, referring to the carry forward of operators and everything. The amount of people that responded to me saying, you're an idiot. I want carry forward. Let me use the things I paid for. I wanted to reach through the screen and smack them.
The Call of Duty trailer, left a dislike and said Call of Duty's dead. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. You might have a point on that one. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. COD shill, take the title away, man. I ain't a COD shill. I think this is their biggest mistake on this launch. I think this should have been one of their talking points and them telling us, hey guys, we are not going to do that. We heard the feedback from Black Ops 6.
Because this is the problem, is they say that they hear the feedback from, oh, well, we've heard the feedback. We don't want these crazy skins, this, that, the other thing. Okay. Then why is carry forward there? Because all those crazy skins are going to freaking be there.
We are done. We are not carrying any of these bundles forward. We apologize if you spent money on the game, but that's kind of on you. You're kind of an idiot for buying the American Dad skin. Sorry. But we're not going to bring them to Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 is going to be a futuristic game, and we're going to stick with that theme throughout the game. Imagine the praise they would have gotten. Now, I don't think people really care for the futuristic theme, but at least you're going to be true to the core game and say this is a futuristic shooter, and you're going to get what you get. So they came out, they said carry forward is going to be in season 1, and that means American Dad. That means Beavis and Butthead, and that means anime skins. They're all going to be in Black Ops 7. And I saw a funny meme. It was like Black Ops 7 launch day. And then it was like season 1. And then it was like the middle guy with like Beavis and Butthead behind him. And then like the guy from MW3, the little Teletubby skin. I'm like, oh no. And again, this is where you guys are right. The community is right here. Call of Duty is in the wrong.
And you know what? I heard people say, you know what? Warzone is a free to play game. Leave the carry forward in there. Let the people have their stupid skins in there. And stop ruining the base Call of Duty games. And that I agree with. I am fine with that. I am fine for Warzone free to play to be whatever you want it to be. But when I pay for something and it's all of a sudden infested by Teletubbies, turtles, and Seth Rogen, like, what are we doing?
This is not the move. And I had somebody comment underneath my Twitter when I said this is a bad move. They're like, I bought this skin.
Yeah, see?
I want to carry it over. I said, too bad. Do you remember Black Ops 2? When Ghost came out, we weren't crying that the Peacekeeper was left in Black Ops 2.
Yeah, we weren't crying that the Peacekeeper was left in Black Ops 2. We weren't crying about the bacon skin or the weed skin being left in Black Ops 2.
Crying that weaponized 115 was in BO2. If you wanted to go use those, go back and play BO2. So I'm really disappointed in this move by them. Now, I will give them a little props, but I'm going to be very cautious with this. Do
you remember how I just said I asked to interview someone about the narrative? I just got a response, and it wasn't no. We got a maybe, boys. We got a maybe.
Did say that they are monitoring feedback in the reveal, they're monitoring feedback. They see and hear us saying that the wacky skins are not something that we want to be a part of. And so let me tell you this, guys, use your voice. And I'm using mine right now. Do not allow this to be something that we accept, especially in future Call of Duties. Imagine they carry forward when we get Modern Warfare. I don't think there's any chance that they do that. But if they do,
if Modern Warfare 4 is not a fresh start, Call of Duty's dead. Like, seriously, if like,
oh, we're chalked. We say in big doo-doo jaja.
Exactly.
So they're monitoring it. So I put out a tweet. You know, they said feedback is wanted. I literally said, okay, if you want to bring carry forward over, leave the bundles, leave the collab skins, aka the American Dad, all those, leave them behind. Okay, if you don't want to leave them behind, you need to make a skin filter. I know this was like a meme thing that people were talking about, like it was kind of a rumor it was kind of a fake rumor. But that skin filter, if you're gonna have these skins, you guys can win. People will buy bundles, they'll see them themselves. Cool. But you know what? There's plenty of people that want to turn that filter on and just see basic stock soldiers. And again, you're gonna have people buy the game because they can turn that filter on. I promise you that they will. And I think that's gonna be something that they really
like there should just be a Black Ops 7 only filter.
Really need to monitor. So there's your biggest problem. There's your two biggest problems with the game right now.
Agreed.
Is how strict is skill-based matchmaking going to be? Because if it's strict, this game's going to die. And if the skins become prominent as they did in Black Ops 6, this game's going to fall off again. And I want to quickly, briefly touch on Warzone. I don't care. I know that's briefly touching on it. I feel like at this point,
I didn't know where he was gonna go with that. That's pretty good. Oh my god.
There's gonna be a new entry into the Warzone period, and it's gonna mess up the game for the first month because they got to integrate this and they got to integrate that. Like I said, it's time to move on, make it its own thing. Don't let these devs have to mess with it anymore. Warzone can go back to MW3 movement and mechanics and guns and have fun over there, you know, have fun. And Black Ops 7 can be its own entity as well. So I know a lot of you guys are probably like, what do you think we should do, T? Should we buy the game? I'm going to tell you, hold off on doing that. Don't pre-order. Don't do anything stupid.
Remember, don't pre-order.
Wait till COD Next. They announced COD Next, I think is September 30th, which is where
I met T-Dog there at COD Next last year.
Where you'll see multiplayer gameplay and zombies gameplay. Now, I've been fortunate enough to go to the last three. Right now, I'm not invited. So I'm just going to go on the record and tell you guys that. Another reminder that I'm not a COD chill. If I was a
I haven't heard anything about the event yet, where it is, when it is. Well, I know when it is because the thing, but I haven't been invited.
If I was a COD chill, I'd have that invite already booked and ready to go. So I am not invited as of right now. So
I don't think any invites. I haven't heard of anyone who's been invited yet, though. So could be wrong.
My advice to you is, speak up and talk about what you think this game needs. Also, wait for the gameplay to judge anything. I know there was little clips here and there today, but just hold off. And you know what? If this is not your year, don't buy it. Don't be the guy that's complaining about Call of Duty.
Okay, this is the biggest W take ever. Do not be the person that just complains. If you don't like it, don't freaking play it. You're gonna have GTA 6. You're gonna have Battlefield. Like all of these things. I'm so sick of people just complaining all the time.
And then you buy it, you know, for $70. Go play another game this year. Go try Battlefield out, or wait for it to, you know, go Game Pass route and wait for it, or wait for it to drop in price. I think there's too many times and too many creators that I've watched over the years say, like, go, you know, talk with your wallet, but at the same time, it's just a money-making machine. So it's kind of tough to have that attitude. So I think it would be more likely like, hey, if you still enjoy Call of Duty, that's fine. But
he's right. The talk with your wallet thing doesn't work with Call of Duty because you're going to have these mass amount of people that are responding to my tweets and going to all of this stuff. And saying, oh, well, I bought this thing, I should be able to use it in all the games. And so in other words, there's people buying all of these things that are like, I should always be able to use it. Like, there is that audience, which just blows my mind.
Up. Like, we don't want these skins. We want to go back to boots on the ground. But yeah, my honest thoughts are, let me be completely straight up honest with you. No baloney, no Call of Duty is back. I am excited for this game.
That's what I said yesterday.
I was, again, BO2 and BO3 are probably my two favorite multiplayer games.
Up
These
there for
seem
me
to be combined.
Original Modern Warfare 2, I'm right there.
It could all get ruined in the first month when season 1 comes in and the skins are all over the place. Bundles are smacking you in the face in the store. The skill-based matchmaking is cranked through the roof, and there's a ton of bugs and glitches or something like that. So you know what? That's kind of my thoughts. All of it. It was unfiltered. It was 25 minutes of me talking. Just another reminder for you guys. I am starting to play other games on a second channel. Just for like
because I don't want to deal with the complaining in Call of Duty anymore. I get it, man.
A break for my brain. So if you really enjoy my content and want to support me over there, it's T-Dog2. I'll put it in the description. But again,
also, I talked to T-Dog last night. He told me what game he's playing next on T-Dog2. It's one you're going to want to see.
At the end of the day, I'm a Call of Duty guy, and I want to see this franchise thrive. I'm sure a lot of you do too, even though you may crap on the game in the comments and stuff like that. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the reveal. What were your honest opinions?
Okay, yes, this is actually hilarious. Wiggles, he said, I can't wait to see what happens when Black Ops 7 comes out and everyone starts saying how good Black Ops 6 was. I don't think that's going to happen. I think this might be the first year where people don't go back and be like, you know what, Black Ops 6 was great. Like, they're doing it with Modern Warfare 3, but I think Black Ops 7 will be better than Black Ops 6. I think it will. Maybe I'm just getting sucked in by marketing, but maybe, I don't know. We will see. We will see. And I'm extremely interested in the end game thing. I'm extremely interested in the campaign, and the multiplayer has me interested as well. So I'll be playing it. We will see. We will see.